Hi, I'm Tristan Campbell, and today we're going to be making some Knafeh. So Knafeh is a Lebanese dessert. Apparently it has lots of syrup and is filled with cheese. Apparently there's a lot of differences between different types of Knafeh, but I'm looking at this one recipe here, and it looks like it has orange blossom syrup. It started out when my professor, he got up to the center, at the front of the class, and he said, "Alright guys, we need to do an immersion project. Basically, envelop yourself in some sort of culture, do something new, get a new experience going." And when I did that, when I heard that, I thought of my friend. My friend is actually half Lebanese. His mom is from Lebanon. And one of the things that, always comes up with him is that, there's so many different things with people who come from Arabian countries. There's lots of stigma, and I think about all the xenophobia that a lot of Arabic people experience, especially here in America. There are a lot of things that influence people that come from Arabic, Muslim countries, and so that's what I really wanted to focus on. I really wanted to understand a little bit more about that culture, and in many ways, literally taste the culture itself. Now, my friend, I've gone over to his house plenty of times, and I've met his mom and all that, but for some strange reason, I have never actually had any of her cooking. Like, none of her, no traditional cultural dishes or anything like that, nothing from Lebanon, which is, I sat there and I was like, what the heck am I doing? I've never had any of these dishes. And so I thought to myself, I need to make something, and then what I'll do is I'll try and bring it over to my friend, see how he likes it, if he likes it, see if I did a good job, and then maybe I'll try some of her Knafeh. So, looks like I have to get 1.5 cups granulated sugar, 3.5 cups water, lemon juice, orange blossom water, 1/2 package shredded phyllo Knafeh dough, kataifi, or 3 cups, 1 cup panko or plain dry breadcrumbs, 1 cup or 2 sticks of unsalted butter melted, 1/2 cup orange blossom syrup plus more for serving, 2 cups shredded mozzarella or acai cheese, 2 cups whole milk, 1/3 cup farina, cream of wheat, 1/4 cup crushed pistachios for serving, and then you make it. So, I'm going to go to an ethnic grocery store nearby, and then we're going to make it. Before I do that, however, I should probably tell you a bit about how I'm feeling, about how I'm thinking. I'm kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie. This seems like a kind of complicated recipe, and I feel like I'm gonna somehow screw it up or something. It's got cheese and stuff in it, which, personally, I actually am not too big of a fan of cheese with desserts. I'm not really a cream cheese kind of person or like a cheesecake person, but of course I'm willing to try it out. But who knows how it'll go? I hope I can do this well, and we'll see. So, let's get going. Alright, so here I am at the bazaar. If it'll focus. So I'm over here, and I'm inside. I'm not gonna record though, because that would be probably rude, and I don't want to do that. So when I walked into the grocery stores, I find that was probably one of the more notable experiences. It was surprisingly small in that first grocery store. It felt almost like a gas station, but not quite. It had a grocery store, homey sort of feel, while also feeling more convenient. I think that was the point of that store. But I felt kind of nervous at first going in. It was surprising that it felt quiet to me. And I was looking at the shelves, and I couldn't really tell what anything was. I never heard of a lot of the things, but I just looked at my shopping list and was like, okay, let me just look for just this thing. And it was pretty good. I didn't find too much there, only found 3 things, but it was an experience. Alright, so I was able to get the orange blossom water and the breadcrumbs and lemon juice, but I was not able to find anything else. So we're going to go to a different grocery store. Yeah. Alright, at Blue Fig International Market. So let's go inside and buy some stuff, yeah? Now, when going into the second store, I did not realize how big it was, but it was like really big, and it seemed kind of like, it was a cool place. I remember it took me quite a while to actually find all my ingredients because I had no idea what to look for or what I was doing really. But at some point I eventually caved, and as I went to the checkout counter and I was like, hey, I'm looking for this kataifi stuff, this shredded phyllo dough. I showed him a picture and he was like, oh yeah, I think we got that. Comes back like 2 minutes later after I spent like 30 minutes looking for it. I felt kind of silly, but don't be afraid to approach people and ask for help. That's one thing I learned. It was really cool seeing all the different foods and stuff, and you know, some things seemed a little bit familiar, and I was like, ooh, well, that's an interesting new little ingredient or dessert or something. So who knows, maybe I'll go back one day. I mean, it looks like they had some pretty good candy there as well. So alright, so looks like we got everything. Yeah, so guess it's time for bacon. Of course, whenever we cook, we always need to make sure to wash our hands. It's like they say in culinary school or something like that. Always wash your hands or you will die, I think. Hi there, voiceover Tristan here to tell you our recipe and walk you through what I'm doing. I will tell you that this took a painstaking amount of time and there are lots of issues. Please avert your eyes if you are a person experienced with culinary arts. To make the orange blossom syrup, in a small heavy saucepan, combine sugar, water, and lemon juice and bring to a boil over medium-high heat. Reduce heat to low and simmer for 5 minutes. Add the orange blossom water, pour into a heat-proof container, cool to room temperature, and refrigerate to chill. What the heck is orange blossom water, and why have I never heard of it before? What does it smell like? It does smell like citrusy water. Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food about hot eat the food? I was supposed to add the orange blossom syrup water after I boiled everything? Oh no! Oh wait, is that bad if I boil the orange blossom? Interesting smell. It's it smells like flowers, but it's like citrusy flowers. Of course, I guess that's the orange blossom water I put in too early. Oh gosh, I just realized how much of a pain this is going to be to edit. I've never used a food processor before, so we're going to, oh, it's boiling. Preheat the oven to 400 with a rack in the middle position. Oh my gosh, this is making a mess. This is all, oh, okay. Oh, I almost dropped my cup. In the food processor, pulse the shredded phyllo dough for about a minute and to make it into a fine meal. Place the phyllo in a medium bowl with breadcrumbs. Add the melted butter and 1/2 cup of orange blossom syrup and stir until the phyllo is completely coated. In a 10-inch pie plate or cake pan, add the buttery dough mixture. Compress it very well by pushing it into the bottom of the pan firmly, first with your hands, then with the flat bottom of a cup or something similar. My hands are covered in butter. Chop the cheese into a fine dice in the processor, pulse until the cheese looks like a course meal, and then place the cheese in a medium bowl. In a medium-heavy saucepan, heat the milk over medium-high heat until it is hot but not boiling. Add the farina and cook for 2 minutes, stirring occasionally. Pour the farina over the cheese and stir to combine. Pour the cheese mixture over the Knafeh dough in the prepared pan and smooth the top. Oven time! Place in the oven and bake for 30 to 40 minutes until the Knafeh is deep golden brown. Remove from the oven and cool for 15 minutes. So upon review, this is supposed to be all a deep golden brown. Okay. I already put the syrup on it. Okay. Put it back. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if this is right, but I'm gonna go with yes. It seems pretty solid. Guess it's time to try it out. I hope this goes well. I don't know if I did this right. Turn the Knafeh out onto a platter, I did not do this, and drizzle with half 1/4 cup of orange blossom syrup. Garnish with pistachio nuts. I did not get pistachio, I forgot. Serve immediately or set aside and reheat before serving. Cut into squares or slices and serve the Knafeh warm with more orange blossom syrup poured over each piece. Alright. So this is my final product here. It's still kind of hot, but I feel like I could have done better, but I also don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, in terms of smell, it smells like almost like a tart, like a caramelized tart or like a creme brulee. I think that's because I ended up putting the syrup on a little bit and then proceed to cook it more. So we'll see how this turns out. I have some extra syrup which I'll be pouring on. Honestly, here goes nothing. Ranger, do you have to do that? Interesting. It's really cheesy in the middle. Oh, this is soft. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be this soft, but I can really smell the orange blossoms. Very nice and fragrant. That's a little hot, but that is really good. That wow. Yeah, yeah. Wow. I think it's all the sugar that's in it. I'm not gonna lie, but that's really good. Way better than I thought. That food was really good compared to what I originally thought. I was very hesitant at first. I was like, "Oh man, cheese dessert, man." Yeah, no, that thing like was just so good. And ended up getting my friend to come over afterwards, and he tried it, and unfortunately, he said it's good, but if it were like my mom or my grandma, it would be like just all right. Which, yeah, he could really taste the butter. The recipe called for like an entire cup of butter, which I don't think that's what you should put in that. I think there should be a lot less butter. But that's just me because I could basically just taste the butter like the whole time. At least my friend definitely tasted the butter. So, but after all this, I realized, looking back, just how hesitant and how easy it is to just look at a culture and think that it's weird or wrong or that it's unusual, that you don't like it, and you've never experienced it, you never really crossed into certain boundaries, that you never left your own cultural bubble, and you'd never know until you actually try it, until you really experience the thing that you're going to try. And with this food, that just taught me that sometimes you literally just gotta shove your face into it, put it in your mouth, and just swallow it. Swallow your pride too, but also just eat it up a little. And it gave me a really newfound appreciation, I think, for Arabic cultures. I know Mediterranean culture is also mixed in with Lebanon as well. I wanted to focus more on the Arabic aspects of this during this project, and really I was really interested in having some more foods. My friend, he was telling me, like, dude, we gotta take you out to this Arabic restaurant. It's so good, and I'm like, sure, let's do it. I am absolutely down for it. I look forward to it. So overall, I feel like this was a really enlightening experience, and one I didn't expect to enlighten me as much as it did. But it was fun, so I look forward to maybe making something new again. Hopefully not editing this much, because that was a terrible pain. I was right when I said it was a pain. So I'll see you guys next time, if there is a next. Have a good day. Ranger, what do you have to say? Do you have anything to say? Do, what does that mean? I don't think he wants to talk.